Good evening, everybody. Welcome to It's All Black and White TV, and yes, the transfer show. And it's just me tonight, guys and girls. So yeah, just me. Um, but before we get into the show, let's wrap up on the formalities. So if you do like what you see, then please do smash that like. It really does help the channel at the top of the search results and means people can find it easily. So do smash that like. That'll be absolutely fantastic. Also, if you are brand new at the channel, then come and join this amazing community by smashing that subscribe button, which is absolutely free to do so, and that bell notification tells you when I'm live, have a pre-record, or any upcoming shows. Currently on 771 subscribers. I don't know why that's not going off. I'm having a bit of trouble here. I can't get this off. There we go. It's gone now. I hope so. Don't know what's going on here, guys, but there we are. I'm back. Anyway, yes, sorry about that. I don't know what was going on there. I'd StreamYard playing up, I think. So I'm currently on 771 subscribers, and so I'm 229 away from 1,000 and 21 away from 800 as well. If you want to become a member, it is 99p a month. Just click the join button to become a member. And also, if you want to make a donation, you can do that through the super chat by clicking that $sign as well. So let's get into some comments. And thank you, Mr. Proudluck, for your £5 donation. He says, evening all, either Barnes or Diaby to come through the doors of St James's Park next. Heard we're linked with Benucci too. Yeah, well, absolutely, mate. We'll get onto that. And thank you for your donation, Peter. I called you Peter there. I'll give you your Sunday name. Sefton, evening all. Have a great show. I'll be listening in the car. Yeah, no worries, mate. Jake says, Italians are very mad at Tonali's Instagram post. I haven't seen it, but yeah. Yeah, says, evening, Tony Rowley and Mr. Schofield, Jake. Rowley's not here tonight. He's on a course. So, yeah, he's abandoned me for a course. Evening, everyone, says, exploring the northeast. Good evening to you. I hope you're well. Good evening, Tony, says Blakey. Mikey Max says, did we wake you there? Evening, Tony. No, I don't know what was going on. It just wouldn't go off, and I was just clicking for it to hide, and it wouldn't go off. So I've had to actually delete the thing, and then it's actually went off. So, yeah, that's the part. That's what it does, you know. That's what happens, you know. It's technology at its best. That's what it is, you know. And don't we just love technology? Absolutely not sometimes. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it causes things like that tonight, and it's just, yeah, it's just one of those things. Rolly on a course for... No, he's not, no. He's on a history course, but yeah, so... although I shouldn't have said a history course, because that could tie you... Oh, no, he's not with Granny at all, he's just on a history course. Right, okay, swiftly moving on. Anyway, so... I mean, we haven't seen any interviews yet from Tonali. Obviously, that might just come out when the club will release it all, I suppose, once he's done probably done all his media duties today anyway. So, so yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what comes out of that as well. But yeah, I mean, look, yes, these Instagram posts, I know the one you mean now, Jake. And I've actually got it here on screen. So it'll be coming on the screen in just a moment. There we go. So Sandro Tonali. Hey Magpies, thank you for the warm welcome. Excited to start this next chapter of my career with my new teammates. Can't wait to play at St James's Park. I mean, absolutely classy from the guy. We saw somebody put something on social media that he doesn't look happy about being at Newcastle. He looks sick already. And it's like, do you know what? Grow up, get a life. Don't be a muppet, you know. And I'm sure when he comes out in front of a full St James's Park and then more flags is going, he's going to be wowed. Because he's probably going to think, wow, what an atmosphere this is. So, you know. So, yeah. So, welcome to the tune, Sandro. And, yeah. Definitely can't wait. So, oh, Blakey, Jake, for God's sake. That's not a Tony, that's a fake account. It can't be a fake account, Jake, because that's on Newcastle United's Twitter page. So, I can't be a fake account, mate. It's Newcastle United who've put that out, so that can't be fake. Not at all. Yeah, that can't be fake. So yeah, that's on the Newcastle Twitter page. But yeah, again, we've got to wait and see any more media comes out from them, and yeah. Mighty Max says Tony had to take my tune top back. It was small. Swapped it at the Castor shop. No issues there. Size are too small. Yeah, generally, Mighty Mag, you've got to go to the next size up. So I went to the next size up, and that's what you've got to generally do. Oh, I thought it was the other one. One note is real. Yeah, it is. Hope Tonali enjoyed his pasta and Pontil and the Fratellis. Oh, I'm sure he would have, Blakey. I'm sure he would have, mate. Absolutely. I mean, look, it's absolutely disgusting that somebody leaked his home online as well. I mean, look, come on, have a bit of respect. The guys just came and all of a sudden you're leaking his stuff online. I mean, come on. Please don't do that. That's not nice, is it? You know, you wouldn't like your own home being leaked online. So, you know, give the guy a bit of privacy, you know, at least. But, yeah. Sunderland fans start crying, says Newcastle Daily. Yeah, they do, don't they? Yeah, I've got a different shirt on tonight. I've got the away top from a few seasons ago. Do you remember when we played Tottenham and Joe Linton scored the winner, the 1-0? Yeah, so I've got that one on. Just because it was easier for the background as well. So, Jan says 4 players from Sevilla are interesting: En Nasri, Rakitic, Acuna, and Navas. Yeah, I mean, look, they're in serious trouble for Sevilla, really are. And I still do. I blame La Liga for all this because La Liga's to blame for this. And they must take some responsibility. It's absolutely scandalous. I mean, this team won the Europa League last season, are in the Champions League, and they're in that much difficulty. They're going to have to sell a squad. They're not going to survive the Champions League if they're going to have to sell their players. It's going to be horrendous for them in the Champions League. Also, normal NUFC tea coffee in the shop, £12 a bit steep. What? Oh, do you mean a mug? Oh, you mean a cup? All right, okay. I thought you meant the coffee was 12. I was going to say, Jesus Christ, that's expensive. But yeah, I got a Newcastle mug about a year and a half ago, but it only cost £6 because it was on half price. So I got it then. When did I get it? I got it when the shirt came out. You know, the first Castor shirt came out. I got it then, and I got it for £6. It's a Sunderland fan's leak at home. Oh, it's a Sunderland fan, yeah. It shouldn't have been leaked anyway. But, evening, Tony and all, says Lee. Good evening to you. Billy's leaving TTR, is he? Why? Oh, that's a shock. Evening, everyone, says Lawrence. Good evening to you, Lawrence. Blakey says, wishes, said Alex. Alex, why? I think Alex is a nice lad. Alex is a good lad on TTR. Mr. Stato. Jan says they're selling 42 players, every single one on the books. Do you know what it is, though? Will they actually be able to compete in the Champions League if they can't provide a team? Because I'm thinking now, if that's the case, if they're having to sell their entire squad, then it's going to be very, very interesting if they'll actually be able to play in the Champions League. Because if they're going to play with such a weakened team, they're just going to get thrashed, aren't they? Lawrence says, wouldn't mind getting Sevilla in pot one as we get in the UCL group. Yeah, I see what you mean about that. I would only take Tagai Nyanzu as cover for sharing Ibra So for the youth from Sevilla. Interesting. Thing is, though, Foxy, they'll be on the cheap, won't they? Because they can't demand high fees, can they? Because if they've got to sell, they'll just have to take whatever price is thrown at them. Ian says, hi, Tony. Hope you're well. Billy needs to concentrate on work. Yeah, that's absolutely great. But yeah, it's sad that he's going from TTR because he'll be a miss from TTR because, hopefully he can come back on sometimes and do watch alongs to them or whatever. And, and he knows he's always welcome to come on my channel if he's ever got a free night. Jumping in late, cooking, and then the missus make up a meal. No problem, mate. Jake says, concentrate on his work, last show's tomorrow. Very sad. All the guys on TTR top notch, says Mighty Mag. Yes, they are. Paul, Billy, Alex, Jack. They're all great lads. They are. And I've met Alex before, and I've obviously met Paul before. And I've met Danielle when she used to be on there as well. So Danielle is a nice girl as well, but she's obviously not on TTR no more. Blakey says, but Alex never thinks he's wrong about anything, just my opinion. No, that's fine, mate. That's your opinion at the end of the day. Everybody's got their own opinions of people. I mean, that's what it's all about, opinions. You want to put them all for sale. Sevilla has a very aging squad. Nyanzu is 21 and So is 16. Yeah, that's not bad, is it? And do you think we're linked to these players, Foxy, or do you think it's just, or is it just something you're putting out there to see if a link would develop, but very, very, it's a very strange one though, isn't it? I mean, I'm sure he's Navas not over 35 now or something, is he not? I know you've put in there Jesus Navas, but I mean, I thought he was into his mid-30s now, unless I'm wrong, mind. I know when he was at City, he looked quality at City, didn't he? But yeah, not sure now how old he is, to be honest with you. I'm actually just going to have a look at it. Oh, that's not him. Certainly not him. He's 37. I thought he was mid-30s. Yeah, I wouldn't take Jesus Navas. He'd probably retire anyway, in all honesty. Ian says, yes, will be a big miss, but still around though. Who we playing in the Americas on the tour? Chelsea, Brighton and Villa. There you go. And we have got Gateshead a week on Saturday. Predator says, evening Tony, mate. Hope all is well. Yeah, absolutely great. Thank you very much, and I hope you're well too, mate. Billy's community is spot on Saturday's football matches. Absolutely. Commentary, yeah, definitely. I know what you mean, Lee. Billy on a free transfer to all black and white TV. Billy's been on here before. And, yeah, he's been on here before. And I'm sure if Billy wants to come on, he knows he's welcome. And, I like Billy. I really get on with Billy. He's a great lad. Blakey says, apparently Billy has been replaced by Granny. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh, God's sake. She'll pop up in the chat tonight, and I wonder if a Ronnie Granny will come in as well. Foxy says Navas 37. Yeah, he is, Foxy. Yeah, definitely. Navas for 1 year is just fine. I mean, yeah, look. I'm not sure Navas has got the pace for the Premier League, has he, though? That's the thing now. He was quality when he was at City. I remember when he was at City, he was good quality, but has he still got that quality now? I'm not so sure. It's all right in Spain, but maybe not for the Premier League, that's for sure. Right. So, anyway, we're going to get into these transfer rumours that's going around at the moment. and talk about players who are linked. Because again, these are just links. They are not players who are actually coming into the club. Well, not that we know of. They are just links, and that is exactly what they are, unless they do actually come across and sign for us. But at the time, we just put them down as a link, and that's all it is a link. Right. So then, let's get the first player up and going on the screen. And this is going to probably surprise a few people, this player. But you've probably heard a little snippets today in the news about him. Javi Simons. Right. Currently plays at PSV Eindhoven. Now, yes, we know he's a quality player. I've always rated this lad. I rated this lad at PSG. And I thought when PSV got him on a free, I thought that was a great bit of business. The lad smashed it in Eredivisie. Now then, we are linked with him, but, and this is where the but comes in, PSG have a buyback clause on him of €6 million, which is £5.1 million. And apparently, PSG have activated that buyback clause of £5.1 million. Now then, what that means is, basically, whatever figure, even if we went in with £34 million, we couldn't buy him because of that buyback clause. Now then, if he goes to PSG for talks and knows he's not going to be a starter or regular, he can then turn to PSG and say, no, I don't want to join the club. Then there's nothing PSG can do about it. But he's got that, obviously, they've got to have the first say because they've got the buyback clause on that. I would absolutely love this kid at St James's Park, because I tell you now, he would absolutely rip the Premiership up. I'm sure he would. And he fits the bill, he fits the profile, young, hungry, so yeah, absolutely. And just a damn shame that PSG have got this buyback clause in there, because I tell you what, this lad is a baller. And I would absolutely love to see him at St James's Park. This is a type of player that get your bums off seats, because that is how good this guy is. Dave says, even Tony links with Diaby again today. Wonder if it will be like Botman, where patience pays off. They will have a new right winger coming in, so never know at the stage. Yeah, again, that's what I'm going to be talking about very shortly. Okay, then these two, Nasri and even Rakitic. Yeah, and Nasri's not a bad player. We'll have a look at them too again. Billy's in the chat. He says, when I said my departure would leave a big hole, I mean, Granny could put her hand up and Blakey. Oh, for God's sake, Billy. Billy, it's a shame that you're going mate from there, but I do understand, obviously work commitments and things like that. And you will be missed on there, by the way, Billy, and I know you will be. But hopefully you do go back on and do the odd watch along for them and things like that. And, and if you've ever got a free night, you're more than welcome on my channel. You know that, mate, anytime. So just drop me a line anytime. She seems to like the attention, says Blakey. She certainly does. She certainly does, doesn't she? Right. So, yeah, Javi Simons, I mean, it's like I say, such a shame. But PSG have got this buyback clause in there. If they didn't have that in, then I think, yeah, we would get him. But yeah, he is a fantastic player, I mean, his stats speak for themselves, I know Foxy mentioned it the other night. He left Barcelona on a free, and then he went to PSG, and then he's left them on a free, and then gone to PSV. I mean, look, he's only 20 years of age. And last season in Eredivisie, he started all 34 games, was team of the week 10 times, 19 goals and 8 assists from a left winger. Now, I know a lot of people might say, well, that's only in the Eredivisie. But the Eredivisie is not a bad league. And plenty of Dutch players have come from the Dutch league to the Premier League and they've come to the Premier League and done very well. You know, we've seen it happen over the years. Ruud van Nistelrooy was a good player, wasn't he? You know, the one who worked alongside Bobby Robson. But yeah, it's just, yeah, it's one of them. But again, we just have to wait and see. Okay. Right. Where was I there? No, it wasn't, because that was Billy's. Yeah, sorry to see you leaving. Yeah, evening, Billy. Gutted to see you leave TTR. I read that buyback clause had the players a final say. Yes, Taffy does. He has the final say. And if, and at the end of the day, if with the buyback clause, if he doesn't want to go there, then there's nothing PSG can do about it. Jan says, Tony, you got COVID, you're coughing a lot. No, I haven't got COVID, mate. I've just got a summer cold. And yeah, it's just one of those things, isn't it? So nothing we can do about it. I think it's a change of weather, because you're going from like hot weather, then you've gone down to rainy weather and cooler weather, excuse me, and then you're going back to warmer weather again. So a lot of bugs flying about in there this summer does that, but definitely not COVID, mate. No, never had it. Tested myself and I still haven't got it, so I'm fine. So yeah, it's just down to a summer cold, unfortunately. Just one of those things. Lee says, Billy Legend, good luck, Billy. Be missed on TTR. Absolutely, Lee. Definitely. Right, so we've looked at Javi Simons, and fingers crossed that he turns down PSG. And then hopefully we can get in there and get him in. Predator, good to see you leaving, Billy, mate. You've definitely been missed, but I'm sure you'll be popping in from time to time. Good luck with everything you do in the future. Yeah, absolutely, Predator. And like I say, you know, he always knows he's welcome on this channel as well, Billy. So if he wants to come on here, he's more than welcome. Right. Okay. Next player we're going to look at again is this guy. And this Harvey Barnes now. Now, according to sources, we are leading the race for Harvey Barnes. Now, if media reports are to be believed, by the way. So, we are meant to be in the race and leading the race for Harvey Barnes. West Ham are admirers of this guy. But if we're in there, I think that changes the complexion for Harvey Barnes, because he looks and thinks, does he want to play Europa League with West Ham United, or does he want to come to Newcastle in the Champions League? So that's the questions he's got to ask. And so again, Harvey Barnes being linked, I would take him, yes. If the price is right, yes, take him. 13 goals from the left wing in a team that got relegated. And I know a lot of people say, oh, well, he got relegated. He just went down with a relegated team. Yes, but he was one of the bright sparks in there. Not Harvey Barnes' fault he went down with Leicester. It was the fact the team collectively, mistakes like getting rid of Kasper Schmeichel, probably their biggest mistake they ever made. Wout Faes coming in, an awful centre-back, you know. The Turkish guy, you know, he was poor at the back. Sayonchu, Johnny Evans, aging. So, you know, again, just because he's in a relegated team doesn't make him a bad player. So, Harvey Barnes, yeah, I would definitely have Harvey Barnes at the drop of a hat. Absolutely. And he just gives you that strength and depth as well. Right. So, let's see what the comments are saying. Mighty Mag says, Tony, is Diaby transfer on? Is that later on the show? We're going to come into that in a moment, Mighty Mag. For some reason, I just don't like Harvey Barnes. Too vanilla. I want Diaby now, says Bia. You never know. It may get both. Predator says, is that right? They're wanting 50 plus million for him. Bloody joke, that, like. Well, that was the quoted fee going around, because obviously he's got a lot more on his contract, a lot more of a longer contract than what Madison had. But again, um, you know, money talks. Figures can be brought down. If they want Caldolo, we'll throw him in there. Matey Mag says, well said, Predator. Absolutely. Just pay the money for Diaby, says Blakey. Yeah, we're going to come on to that in a moment. Pete says, good luck, Billy. You'll definitely be a miss. Yeah, absolutely, Pete. Ian says, all right, lads and lasses. Good evening, Ian. I hope you're fine, mate. Yes, I am, absolutely. Dave says, not a chance we'd pay that or want for him. Could get Diaby for that, not much more. Problem is, Leicester don't need to sell cheap. No, they don't. You're right. And especially when he's on a long contract. Bonds is a better option than the SM, says Jan. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Ian says, sorry to hear you're leaving TTR, Billy. You always make me laugh on me old pal. He does, doesn't he? Yeah, he's brilliant, Billy. Especially, we're going to miss the Klopp teeth, aren't we? We'll miss that. We'll miss the, what's the other one he does? Is it the George impression he does? And yeah, we're going to miss it all. Pete says, props the same people also said Eddie Howe got Bournemouth relegated just before he was appointed with us. Exactly, Pete. Exactly that. You know, when we took Eddie Howe on, how many people laughed at the thought that we had Eddie Howe as manager? And, you know, again, look what he's done. Them people and them fans ain't laughing anymore now, and neither are these teams, because they're now taking us seriously. Evening, Tony, says Ian. Good evening, Ian. Hope you're well, me mucker. Mason says, evening. Sorry to hear you're leaving, Billy. You'll be a big miss. Dave says, gone very quiet on Livramento. Is there anything happening with him? That's the thing, Dave. Livramento deal, it just seems to have gone really quiet. Now, there's been a lot of conflicting reports over the past few days regarding Livramento. So the London Evening Standard said he didn't want the move to Newcastle because he didn't think he'd get past Kieran Trippier, which is fair enough. And then there was another article come out and said that he was on his way back to Chelsea. Now, the twist in it is because now what's happening is he's now saying he wants the Newcastle move, but he does want to go back to Chelsea, and apparently Pochettino is fuming with that because he was hoping to get him at Chelsea. So read into whatever you want to read it into. I look at this and just think, look, it just seems to me people in the press don't know what they're talking about, because one paper saying he doesn't want the Newcastle move, another paper says he wants a Newcastle move, you know, and it's like they don't have a clue. So again, it's one of them. We're just going to have to wait and see what happens, because I was hoping Ryan Fraser was going the other way. Bias says, I'm going to miss Billy's company. We bonded out of our mutual dislike of the Japanese and never stood by kamikaze pilots wore helmets. Yeah. Pete says Eddie would get the best out of Barnes. Yes, he would absolutely. Definitely get the best out of Harvey Barnes, that's for sure. And everybody saying hi to each other as well. Right. So, obviously, the next player we're coming on to is, we all know who this man is. Well, feels like we all personally know this guy, because, I mean, he's been linked to us for so long. And that is Mousa Diaby. Now then, Mousa Diaby, French winger. Apparently available for around £51 million. He's apparently told Bayer Leverkusen that he's wanting to leave there and come to the Premier League, which is great, because I think he'll thrive in the Premier League. You know, he can play left wing, right wing, super player. Um, and, you know, it's that strength you need. Um, Now, according to the Evening Chronicle, they think it's out of reach for us, 51 million, because we won't have the money. And I'm like, do these actually know what they're talking about? Because, you know, somebody from the clubs actually spoke out and said, we're not finished. And we're not going to get a marquee signing in, but we are going to buy big players if they come up and the offer's right. So, you know, read into that what you think. But this guy, yeah, he's an absolute amazing guy, and I really do hope he comes through the door. Because, yeah, I mean, look, get your thoughts in Mousa Diaby. I know some people are saying they would have Mousa Diaby over Harvey Barnes. Yeah, that's fair enough. But I would, if I got him and Harvey Barnes, that would be even better, wouldn't it? You know, it's you're just adding that strength. And if you've got Mousa Diaby playing on right wing, yes, that means Almiron's a bench player, but Almiron still has a part to play because he'll still play in other games and he'll rotate. It was like I said this morning, you need those two. You need two first 11s. That's what you need. So that if you've got them options on the bench. If a game's not going the way you planned, you can go, right, who can I hang on? Oh, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll get him off and I'll put him on and he can go out there and get me something. We've seen it with Wilson coming on like an impact sub, you know. Almiron's done it. So that's why you need to be like a Man City where you've got two first 11s, you know. Man City could probably play a B team in this league and still do very well. So again, that's where we're trying to be at the level of them, you know. And it's going to take a while to get there, but when we get there, it's going to be very exciting indeed. Lee says strong defence, now stronger midfield, another forward in case of injuries. Yeah, absolutely. Kay says Livermore has more chance of dislodging Trippier than Reece James, in my opinion. Yeah, I totally agree. Diaby a no-brainer for that price. Yeah, absolutely. Diaby on the wing, on one wing, ESM on the other would be deadly. This is what I'm saying. If ESM stays, next season's last chance saloon for him. Mighty Max says, Tony, we've seen how Gordon in the under-21s, can you see him up as striker this season? I can certainly see it being an option, like to, so say for instance, if say Wilson or Isak got an injury, then yes, he'd be our second backup striker on the bench. So again, it's one of them. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. But yeah, he's played really well in the Euros. He's done very well for the under-21s. He's getting the game time he's craving for. And it wouldn't surprise me if when he's finished the Euros and then he tells him to go and have another week or so off, he'll probably say, no, I'm coming back. I want to train. He probably doesn't want any time off. He probably just wants to get back to training so he can build his fitness up ahead of the season. And I think for Anthony Gordon, this pre-season's key for him. And I've always said, give him this pre-season and then see what he can do next season. You might see a totally different Anthony Gordon next season. You can only see SM playing a bit part role if he stays. Yeah, me too. That's what I can see as well, especially if we've got Harvey Barnes and Harvey Barnes will be starting ahead of ESM, wouldn't he? But again, it's nice to have that strength. Gordon Cam says, Jake. Yeah. I mean, last night we talked about a player that I brought up, right-sided centre-back, a youngster at Man City called Taylor Harwood-Bellis, who's got a year left on his contract. It's worth around about the 18 million quid mark. He played for Burnley in the Championship last season on loan. He's been outstanding for the under-21s. if there was a chance of us getting him in, because we have been linked with him in the past, I would definitely say yes, let's go and get him, because he's not just one for the future, he's one for now. And we need a younger centre half to step in for when Cher retires, because Cher's into his 30s now, so Cher's not going to get any younger, and we need somebody to be the eventual successor. So why not get Harwood Bellison, who I think would be a terrific signing, in all honesty. You not get the game time at City, and I can't see City holding out for a big fee for him, because they've got plenty of defenders, and they've just signed another centre half, haven't they, Gavardiel? So they're not going to hold out for too much of him. So again, it's one of them. And while we're on the subject of centre halves, Man City, excuse me, did put a cheeky offer in. Well, I don't know if it was a cheeky offer or not, but they did put an offer in for Sven Botman, as they thought they could try their luck and see if they could buy Botman. Newcastle quickly turned around and said he's not for sale at any price, and Man City quickly moved away. So that was a shock to hear that, but I'm not shocked, because Sven Botman has been absolutely fantastic this last season in the Premier League, and he's our future captain. I believe he will be, and he's here for the next 10 years, in my opinion. So I'm just going to... Kate says, hi Tony, how's it going? From Kate and Jonathan. Yeah, I'm very well, thank you, apart from this silly summer cold that I've got, but other than that, yeah, I'm absolutely fine, and hope you two are well. Hi guys, hi Clarky, hope you're well. Matey Mac, Tony, we had this discussion at work, the player will be burnt out in the season if he doesn't have a break. Yeah, Anthony Gordon, yeah. I mean, he may do have a week off. He may say to Eddie Howe, look, I'll have a week off and then I'll come back. But it might not burn him out. He might just want to get his fitness up. He probably wants to improve. Man City and others need to realise those days are long gone. We ain't the selling club no more, says Blake. No, not now, we're not. We used to be a selling club, but we're no longer a selling club. And yeah, they need to realise that them days are definitely over. Absolutely. Right. Now then, let's go back into some more players that we are potentially linked with. I mean, we talked, still reports spanned about Lindstrom. Are we in for him for 30 million quid? Yes, wouldn't be a bad buy if we got him for 30 million. But again, I can see us going and trying to go all out for Diaby, in my opinion. Now, I saw a funny report the other day regarding this guy, that we apparently he was on his way to Sampdoria for 7 million quid, Lovro Mayer of Rennes, and apparently we've stopped it by going in with a £10 million offer. And I said, there's no way this guy's even worth 10 million. He's worth 35 million at least. And then it was weird, because the day after, a report came out saying that we were linked with a £35 million bid for this guy. And I thought, thank you. Somebody's actually either one, listened to me, or two, knows the true value. So yeah, I mean, we have been linked with this guy. Again, he looks like a clone of Luka Modric, but he's a very good player, very good midfielder. But again, do we really need anybody in midfield? I don't think we do. We've still got the links with Kefren Turam as well. And again, do we... I know it sounds weird, but do we actually need Kefren Turam? Because we've got Tonali, we've got Bruno, we've got Joe Willock, we've got Joe Linton, we've got Joe Longstaff. There's 5 straight away in that midfield, So you could throw Elliot Anderson there. Again, so do we really need him? No, I don't think we do. Now then, one thing Liverpool have been told is to break the bank and get this guy in Chiesa. Now then, again, Chiesa's an interesting one. Because apparently we lead the race for Chiesa. We're ahead of Liverpool in the chase for Chiesa. And the report the other day said we have inquired about him or made, or made some sort of interest known to Juventus for him. Now, apparently he has had fallen out of favour with Max Allegri, which doesn't surprise me. But again, Juventus is one of those troubled clubs, isn't it? So if we're leading the race for Chiesa, I would have this guy. He's pressing in intensity. That's the game he loves to play. So he'd be perfect in our team. So again, it's one of them. We just have to keep an eye on it and see what happens, and hopefully we might hear something about that. Who knows? But again, it's just rumours. We don't know if we're actually in for him or not, do we? But going to the media, we are leading the race for him. What do you guys think? In the chat. Good evening, Tanji. Good evening to you, mate. Hope you're well. No sign of a left back. Well, that's the thing. That's gone quiet. I mean, Livermore can play right and left, but I mean, Kieran Tierney's waiting for Arsenal to see if they still want to keep him or not. I would take Kieran Tierney. I really would. And I know Ian will probably be happy that I've said that because I know Ian rates him highly, Kieran Tierney. Ian Fleming in the chat. Yeah, I would take Kieran Tierney. But we'll just go wait and see if what Arsenal do. Foxy says doesn't make sense to one why he would have moved to Sampdoria. That's the thing, Foxy. But I looked at the site it came from, and I just thought it doesn't seem credible at all. So again, I just thought, no, I don't believe you. And I mean, not only that, there's no way they're going to only want 7 million for him. He's worth at least 35 million quid. He's class. But he says definitely need another centre back and a left back. Yeah, I'm going to need to strengthen the wings as well, don't we? I mean, we've got Almiron, who got to double figures as a goal scoring winger last season, so we need that more this season as well. So, but the problem is with Almiron playing him as an inverted winger, the teams have got him worked out because they know he's got to shift it from right to left to get on his left foot. But now, what we saw last season was by the time he shifted it to his left foot, he had 2 or 3 players around him, and it just broke down. So again, we need those goal scoring wingers who can, who can put the ball in the back of the net. Plus, not only do we need those wingers who can do that, but we need the creativity where we can break down these low block teams, because there's too many of these teams, like the Palace, and Leeds to an extent last season. I know they're not in the Premier League this season. Bournemouth, again, we struggled to break these teams down and beat them. So what we need to do is we need to have that little bit of creativity to to break these low block teams down. Because in my opinion, we drew too many games last season. And yes, I know we lost probably about 14 points to VAR last season. And let's hope this season VAR looks a lot better. Let's hope there's some big changes this season as well in the VAR side, because last season it was just absolutely dreadful. Some of the decisions that were being made, you were just like scratching your head and saying, what's going on? Lee says, could do with a few right-sided players, yeah. Mighty Max says, any sign of Maxi and Lascelles staying or going? Well, Lascelles is being linked to West Ham and Luton Town, apparently, Mighty Max. So, and apparently, and this is again according to media, we don't know how true it is, but according to media, Lascelles has actually said to the club that he does want to leave in the summer because he wants to play first-team football. You'd certainly get that Luton Town. But yeah, So again, if he does go, wish him well. And if he does go, we do need a replacement for Lascelles. And that's why I'm saying we need a right centre back. And so someone like I say, Taylor Harwood Bellis would be absolutely a fantastic signing. You know, I mean, Burnley are getting a cracking goalkeeper in James Trafford. He's a future England number one. And I rate him really, really highly. Pete says Lascelles definitely needs to move on. Yeah, he's done his time now. He's not Champions League quality, I'm afraid. And yeah, he does. Ben says, "Hi Tony, how are you doing? I'm not too bad, mate." He says, "When do you think we'll make a bid for Harvey Barnes?" Well, apparently we're in there for him, but again, that's only media talk. We don't know how true that is. You know, how true that is, we don't know. So again, we just have to wait and see on that one and see what happens on that. But we will find out in time. But yeah, I mean, I've got 35 watching at the moment, so if you do like it, please do smash that like, because I've got 22 likes. That'd be great. Thank you very much. And also, if you are brand new to the channel, then please hit that subscribe button, free to do so, and come and join this great community we have here. Members is also available, 99p a month. Just clicking the join and $sign if you want to make a donation to the channel. So, did you see Tonali today? Yes, we saw that today, and yes, he had some nice words to say. And I think he'll be wowed once he comes out in front of those fans in the war flags display. He's going to be absolutely like blown away, isn't he, with that atmosphere? So it's going to be a totally different atmosphere to what he's had at the San Siro. That's for sure. So yeah, I think we're just waiting more to see. I mean, if he's done a video interview and that, maybe that comes out later on tonight. I don't know, but we'll just have to wait and see. Valentin Barco has been recently impressive lately at Boca Juniors. Good young left back. Sorry, looks more Scottish than Argentinian, says Foxy. I don't know a lot about him, but if he's good enough, I mean, you know, I'll certainly have a look at his stats. That's for sure. Sounds like a good prospect. That's for sure. And see if I can find him on here. I'm not sure if he'll be on here. No, he's not coming up on SofaScore at the moment, but I don't know if he's just a youngster. Maybe not come up on there, but certainly sounds like one for the future. That's for sure. Oh yes, I've got him now. There he is, Valentin Barco. Right. He's 18 years of age, Argentinian left back. 7 games played this season. Sagala's just started this season. No goals and no assists at the moment. And he's picked up 3 yellows. Yeah. I mean, look, 18 years of age, you know, it's got to have time to develop. And again, it's one to bring in and have him in the academy, and maybe even loan him out to a championship club or a League One club just to get him used to the Premier League football. So again, that's not a bad shout. The Seni's value is 1.6 million euros, so not a lot of money there. Yeah, why not? Good shout, that Foxy. BT says, when it comes to Newcastle transfer targets, there is never shrinking pool of viable players to go after. Was very different back in January 22. Yeah, it was, absolutely. I totally agree. People say that we are ruining football. Well, we're not ruining football. Not at all. Would you agree that it's not much hope that the likes of Jay Turner, Cook, Joe White, Lucas DeBall, Dylan Stevenson would find it near and impossible to play actively for the first team? I don't know. I wouldn't rule it out though. But again, it's one of them. It we just got to wait and see what happens. You know. But yeah, it's certainly interesting. Mighty Max, I wonder what Bruno's thinking seeing Tonali arriving. Bruno's probably thinking, great, we've got quality coming into the club. That's probably what he's thinking. And Bruno's probably thinking, yes, I've actually got somebody who can play defensive midfield so I can get forward. Juve and Brighton are rumoured in Barco. Okay. That wouldn't surprise me if Brighton are in there. Ian says, an online journalist came out and said Tonali will be back in Italy in a year because he looked miserable. What an idiot. Yeah, I've seen that, Ian. What a muppet. Yeah, definitely. There's no way Tonali's going back to Italy in a year's time. Yeah, absolute muppets, aren't they? Absolutely. I mean, as to outgoings, obviously, we're still waiting to see what's happening with Caldolo. Again, nothing's been mentioned him for a few days now. I still think he's going to a championship club, in all honesty. That's where I think he'll end up, in the championship. Good keeper for the championship, by the way, as well. So, yeah, good luck to wherever Caldolo ends up. You know, this guy, Matthias França, who we've been linked with heavily, quite a lot of, looks like he could be on his way to Chelsea, according to reports. Chelsea have decided to up the money and put the 25 million up. So again, the 25 million euros, Chelsea are willing to pay it. So it could be one that we miss out on unless we actually stump up the money and fight Chelsea for him as well. So again, we will wait and see. I know Jan mentioned Naisri earlier on. Yes, very good player from Sevilla. Apparently Eddie Howe rates him. And you're probably looking at about 17 million quid because Sevilla need the money. Yeah, he's not a greatest goal scorer, but he can score goals. And so again, yeah, it's quality to have on the bench. Right, Jake says, we should get Mbappe. He's only 2 million a week in wages. No. Tonali is buying a 6-bedroom house on Runnymede Road. Why would he leave? Well, that's it. Yeah, exactly. You know, why would you leave? He's only just came. It's just people are trying to unsettle him. Just people are trying to unsettle him. That's all. And it's not going to work. That's not going to work for sure. I agree. BT says Ian as well. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, look, it's probably Milan fans who are having a meltdown because he's left. Get over it. Anyway, you've got a superstar replaced him anyway. You've got Ruben Loftus-Cheek, you know. What more could you want, you know? Yeah, so... Yeah, they can go and... Just let them have that day. Let them have that whinge. Because they'll quickly move on. And once they see Tonali's happy and playing and he's doing well in the Premier League, they'll just, they'll move on. Mighty Max says, Peter Tony, any word on Shelby as he was suspended by Forest and they want to get rid of him? I don't know what's happened there. Something's gone wrong there. I think it was, I don't know, it was over an injury or something, wasn't it? And I don't know what it was, but yeah, it's strange. And then they're wanting rid of him now, aren't they? Not our problem no more, though, is it? Because he's not a Newcastle player, he's an actual Forest player. So it's a strange one, but it's a one to keep an eye on, isn't it? But yeah, strange. Very strange. Biasi is just jealousy or bad reporters. Tonali's like me, devilishly handsome without smiling. Do you know what it is? Does he have to smile? No. He doesn't look miserable. He looks happy. And People said, "Oh, he looks miserable when he's getting off the plane." He's just getting off a plane, for God's sake. What do you want him to do? Come once the doors are open, come out the door and start smelling at everybody. He's concentrating on going down the steps of the airplane. So why is he going to be standing up there smelling for? Honestly, some people are just total utter muppets. Tonali's wife looked nice in a black and white top, says BT. Yep, she did. Blakey says it's a myth that top players don't want to live in the northeast. Look who we've signed over the years. That's the thing, Blakey. That's what annoys me, right? They go on about London. Oh, we got to go to London. We got to sign in London. It's a bright light, big city, the big smoke, whatever you want to call it. No, you don't have to go to London. The northeast has got some beautiful places. Not only have we got a great city with some beautiful landmarks in the city, but 20 minutes away drive, you've got the coastline, you've got the lovely Tynemouth Long Sands, you've got the lovely St Mary's Lighthouse. You know, if you go to Gateshead, you've got the Metro Centre, Europe's biggest shopping centre. You've got the beautiful coastline of Northumberland. You've got the, Bamborough Castle, sea houses. And then go further into Northumberland and you could end up where Ian is in Berwick and Lee, up in Berwick upon Tweed, which is a beautiful place to visit as well. And you're only 40 minutes from the Scottish border. So you've got it all. You've got Alnwick Castle, where Harry Potter was filmed. So, you can go to Alnwick Castle. You got Durham, beautiful city in Durham, with the castle and the cathedral. So, yeah, do I need to say more? No, because, it's absolutely brilliant. Lee says, we right-head the balls out of brilliant history of the Northeast. Yeah, Hadrian's Wall as well. Go to Wallsend, you go to the end of the wall. Brilliant. Thank you, Tony Law, says Ian. No worries, mate, no worries. Blakey says, best of both worlds up here. Lovely rural countryside and coastline and city life as well. Yeah, it is. Like I say, you can drive from the centre of Newcastle to Tynemouth in 20 minutes, straight down the coast road, the 1058. You can jump on a metro and be anywhere. So, we've got a metro system. We've got a great metro system. We've got a great bus system. We've got even a ferry that takes you from South Shields to North Shields. We've got an airport where you can literally fly to Dubai from. So yeah, we've got it all. So yeah, absolutely. BT said Bonucci only started 9 matches for Juventus this season. Best days last season. Best days I passed him on 200 grand a week. To pay him twice as much as Newcastle player is currently gets is ridiculous. Yeah, I saw that link with Bonucci. I don't know. It depends. He might want to take a pay cut because he does want to retire, doesn't he? So, but I'm thinking 36-year-old centre back. Do you think that's where we're looking at? I'm not so sure. Yes, I think the reason we probably want him in is for his experience. I think one for his experience. Maybe to help the younger kids in the squad. So yeah, again, but not on 200 grand a week though. Definitely not 200 grand a week. So yeah. Right. So then. Right, I'll show you these pictures, guys and girls, and you give me your opinion on these. Here. Right. Tonali, when he signed for Milan. Okay? So, that's that picture. Tonali at the tune. That's that picture. So, spot the difference. Newcastle, AC Milan. What's the difference you spotted there? Does he look more happy holding the Milan top up, or does he look more happy sitting in the Newcastle shirt? Um, you know, to me, I think he doesn't look miserable at all. He just looks like somebody who is actually happy to be here. And unfortunately, the negativity is still going to go around, and we just got to smile and wave at these people. That's all we do. Because there you go, smile and wave. That's it. Bruno walks his dogs at Bowling Lake, just a short drive from Darras Hall. Yeah, absolutely. Good experience in the Champions League, yeah. Lee says, could see him on the coaching staff. That's not a bad shout. A smile and a thumbs up, absolutely. Seems happier in a Toon shirt, says Ian. Definitely does. Those Benucci wages are scary, lol. Even at a wage cut, you'd be happy paying half of that. Great experience, but better options have experiences, reasonable wages. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Foxy. Looking happy with Newcastle. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. I mean, look, we've been touted with one player for Newcastle before, and I'm glad the links have sort of like died off for this now, and that's Harry Maguire. I mean, look, he's a man of very few words. I mean, do you really want this guy in your defence next season? You know, Harry Maguire? No, thank you. So there we go. That's Harry Maguire, and no, you can stay at Man United. And actually, talking about Man United, a team that we all hate, by the way. But anyway, talking about Man United, there's leaks coming out from Qatar saying that their owner has bought Man United. And I'm thinking, where? Where have you bought Man United? Because I've not seen nothing in the news to see you've bought it. All I saw in the news was that they've walked away, you know, because they couldn't agree a deal. So I don't know where people have got that idea from. Plus, it would have to go through an owners and directors test, and I don't think they've done that. They got that bit yet, so because I haven't even agreed on a fee. Jake says, yes, I'd take him. Lawrence says, Maguire needs to go somewhere where he'll get games and he won't go get in over Shaw and Botman. No, he won't. Definitely not. I don't want him at Newcastle either, Lawrence. I think Maguire would be more suited to a team like Brighton or someone like that, you know, or even a Villa. But certainly not at Newcastle. Apparently the Sheikh Jasmine's bid's been rejected and a new buyer has got a code, Shake Your Booty. Do you know what? I absolutely love that. That's brilliant. Absolutely fantastic, that. Oh, yeah, definitely. That is definitely brilliant. But yeah, I mean, look, we're always going to be linked to players, and it's great. You know, these transfer windows are brilliant now, and we can finally have a transfer window, which is great. Maguire can stop where he is, and it's just Lord. You know, it's great just having these rumours coming around, and you know, gone are the days when we had to wait till the end of August, the end of the transfer window, to get a loan player in. We couldn't even get Hamza Chowdhury over the line. We couldn't get Baz Dost in either. You know, those days are finally gone. You know, we're not shopping Poundland no more. We're shopping at Harrods. We're at the top table. We're competing with the best teams. We're nicking players off AC Milan. You know, so yeah, different. You know, so it's all different, isn't it? You know, so again, Jay Jones's Man United takeover not happening. I don't think it is. And do you know what it is? I hope it doesn't, because the way these fans go on thinking they're entitled to everything, I hope they're stuck to the Glazers. Matey Mag Tony, I hope you're still on Twitter. I am for now. Well, I am for the foreseeable, mate, but I might eventually move off onto Threads if this gets any better than Threads. But Threads is a new thing that's been launched by Mark Zuckerberg to rival Twitter. The only difference with Threads is you haven't got a DM. So unless they change that, but I will be definitely staying on for the foreseeable on Twitter. I'm not going off it yet, so don't worry about that. I know I'll put a post out, but I just said maybe eventually I'll go off Twitter, but not at the moment, not for the foreseeable anyway. So I'm on Twitter to stay for quite a long while yet, so don't worry about that. Great banter, mate. No worries, matey Mag. Leverkusen signed Hoffman from Borussia Mönchengladbach for 8.5 million. Does that mean Diaby will be moving on? Well, that's the question. That's why they reckon they've signed him, because Diaby's going to be on the move. Diaby's preference is the Premier League, so let's hope that's the case, and we bring Diaby in. I would love to see him come in. Terrific player, and yeah. Again, we just have to wait and see on that one, but definitely it's a one to keep an eye on. That's for sure. But yeah, absolutely. But no, it's been a great show with talking about transfers as well, you know. If you have liked what you've seen, then please do smash that like. It really does help that channel up the search results. So do smash the likes. Thank you very much. If you are brand new to the channel, then please hit the subscribe. It is free to do so. Helps the channel grow. And that bell notification, that will tell you when I'm live, have a pre-record, or have any upcoming shows as well. So it's important, if you do hit that bell, you normally get notified of when I have shows. Currently on 771 subscribers, so I'm 229 away now from 1,000, 29 away from 800 as well. So absolutely fantastic. Thank you to everybody who's subscribed so far. The channel's going from strength to strength. It's done, you know, considering the channel's not even 9 months old yet. You know, so everything's going in the right direction, which is absolutely fantastic. If you want to be a member, it's 99p a month. Just click the join button, and if you want to make a donation, you can do that by super chat by the $sign. Yeah, so yes, it's been a great show, and we're coming to the end of it now. But thank you for watching, guys, and remember, the future's bright. The future is definitely black and white. Probably be back with a show tomorrow. I'll be back with my latest news pre-record again in the morning, so do keep an eye out for that one as well, which seems to be a hit with a lot of people. I just try and keep people up to date, because you never know, things change. Sometimes rumours come out overnight, so it's always good that if something comes out in the morning, we can get it out there and just let you know what the latest is going on in the mornings. Apparently John Sinclair's doing the plane spotting for videos. He's been... Oh, okay. Plane spotting. Good show, Tony, guys. Thank you very much indeed, Clarky. Been a great show tonight, Tony. Thank you very much indeed, Lee. Great show, Tony, says Ian. Thanks, Ian. Thanks, my friend. He's going to go out in his garden with his binoculars. Great show, Tony, and all. Thank you very much indeed, Mighty Mag. Yes, so it has. It's been an absolute great show, and yeah, thank you very much, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. But from me, take care, enjoy the rest of the evening, and it's away the lads.